Okay, now I want to read you something that's appeared on Thai Intelligent News, and it's a statement. It's a statement that was made today, April the 10th, 2001, and it was made by a well-known Thai democratic activist. His name is Jaran Ditapichai. It's a little bit long, but I want you to bear with me because I think it's worth listening to. April 10th, 2001 at 12:22 p.m. A statement on the first anniversary of Red Shirt suppression. 10th of April 2001 marks the first anniversary of the start of the suppression of people protest for democracy. The protest was organised under the leadership of the United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, the UDD, or the Red Shirts. The peaceful assembly began on the 14th of March 2010 without weapons. They called for the government of Mr. Abhisit Vejjajiva to dissolve Parliament, returning the power to the people through new elections. The result, 25 deaths and 100 injuries. The crackdown of the people derived from the strategy of not solving the political problems politically. They chose to use military force, start with Internal Security Act, state of emergency declared. More than 50,000 military and police personnel deployed to surround the demonstrators, armed with deadly weapons, sniper units, helicopters, to drop tear gas. The crackdown continued until 19th of May 2010. The death toll rose to 91, more than 2,000 injuries, and over 400 people arrested, dozens of provinces throughout the country under curfew. In the last year, the government not only not admitted the wrongdoings in cracking down on the Red Shirts, but also continued to use the Security Act to intimidate and make arbitrary arrests for months, despite the setting up of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission and many other reform commissions. It is a trick to legitimise the government, and none of the recommendations have any practical effect. In the meantime, the UDD, or the Red Shirt movement, revived rapidly. It became the largest democratic movement in Thailand for genuine democracy. They called for the prosecution of those involved in the 10th of April and the 19th of May 2010 massacre. They called for fair trials for all of the arrested leaders, not double standards as is usually employed. The political crisis that stems from the conflict between the ruling elite and the people who cherish democracy remains after 4 years. To resolve the crisis, those responsible for the bloody crackdown on the 10th of April to the 19th of May 2010 have to be brought to justice. Parliament must enact amnesty legislation for all protesters and all political persuasion. Moreover, a new constitution that is truly democratic must be crafted. I urge the international community, both government and private, to pay attention to the crisis in Thailand. Especially I urge all to support the upcoming election and to help ensure it is free and fair. And the statement concludes, if Thailand were completely democratic, it would help stabilise Southeast Asian region and would be beneficial to all the international community. That was a statement that was made today by Yalan Ditapichai, a well-known Thai democratic activist, on the day of the rally to commemorate the deaths and the start of the Red Shirt protest exactly 1 year ago.